After this weekend's bye week, Penn State will play 17th ranked Michigan in what will be this season's official whiteout game.
Let's go.
And we are so excited.
Let's go.
Here in the studio, the Nittany Lions are hosting the Michigan Wolverines at home, and kickoff is set for 7:30 p.m. on ABC.
There is a clear biggest loser out of this trade deadline, and it is by far the Cleveland Browns. Had an opportunity to trade for the quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, A.J. McCarron, very stellar quarterback out of Alabama, but the front office had some mishaps, to say the least. And they really struggled in the front office department in communication with the Cincinnati Bengals, and that might have cost them 1 or 2 years this year and a bunch of wins going forward.
You see, that was a complicated situation. It got signed by the Bengals right before, and the Browns waltzed, and the coaches believe that Sashi Brown nixed that trade. So we'll see what happens. There could be some turmoil in the league on that one.
Absolutely. We'll see how that plays out.
A pass from the running back to DaeSean Hamilton made it 45-14. DaeSean Hamilton finished the day with 181 receptions in his career, making him Penn State's new career leader in receptions. Coach James Franklin commended his redshirt senior for his accomplishment in his post-game press conference.
I made a big deal out of it in the locker room with the guys. You know, I think he's a great example for our younger players. I think he's a great example in general. And they've been playing football, you know, at Penn State for a long time. There's been a bunch of really good players. So whenever you can say that, you know, you're the all-time leader at Penn State, that's pretty special.
Penn State's explosive first quarter set the tone for the rest of the contest as the Nittany Lions finished off Indiana 45-14 to remain undefeated. They'll hit the road and take on Northwestern next week, where they'll look to extend their record to 6-0. For Penn State Sports Night, I'm Christian Kurapakis.
And he propelled them into national spotlight. They were ranked 23rd, dropped a game to USC, but that's still pretty impressive for a sophomore leading this team.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing that I'm standing here talking about him and he's out there leading.
Playing national TV.
Exactly.
Yeah. He's 12th in the nation rushing, and he only has 95 rushing attempts. He's a dual-threat quarterback, and since the game on October 7th against Colorado, he's rushed over 130 yards and has at least 3 touchdowns in every game. Now, I don't really think he's going to win the Heisman necessarily this year, but there's a chance he gets invited to New York, and I really think he could be a Heisman candidate next year in the top 2.
He finished his first season with the Phillies with 21 wins and a 2.44 ERA, good enough for the National League Cy Young Award. For the perfect icing on the cake filled with what was a tremendous season, he did the unthinkable in Game 1 of the National League Division Series against the Cincinnati Reds.
A bouncer, Ruiz, in time! Roy Halladay has thrown a no-hitter!
Heisman Trophy candidate Saquon Barkley also got in on the fun, taking time to play some trash can football, show off some dance moves, and give the crowd some credit for all they do.
We want to say thank you guys so much for coming out every single game and supporting us. We wouldn't be the team we are without you guys. Love you guys. We are Penn State! We are Penn State! Thank you. Love you guys.
With around 1,000 people present for this year's Nittanyville, we'll see if they can make an impact in the crowd for this Saturday's game against Michigan for the whiteout. For Penn State Sports Night, I'm Ellie French.